What's going on, everybody? Tyler and Sean here from Rendered Reality. Sorry, I can't look at myself and not laugh.
I know, it's so ridiculous.
Thank you for joining us for our holiday edition of Coffee and VR, your weekly VR podcast. So glad to finally be here. We are running a couple minutes late because of all this stuff. We had to move into the coffee bar.
Yep. And we got a bunch of giveaway stuff going on today. So make sure you keep an eye on chat and the video and stuff like that. So be ready. Also, we have a couple of Gleam giveaways going on. We have a VR cover for Oculus Quest 2, which has been very hard to get. So we're happy to be able to give that away. That's the winter edition too. So that's the red with the white leather facial interface. We also have, I'm sorry, I'm laughing in chat. We also have a Rendered Reality coffee mug that we're giving away, Gleam giveaway, as well as a $20 Steam gift card as a Gleam giveaway. So we like to do some Gleam giveaways too for people that don't get to watch the show live. That way they can get some stuff too. So we do have some stuff definitely to give away live today. And people are saying, Sneaky Snook said, looking festive. That vest, Doug Black said, loved it. Canopsy, I'm guessing is how you say it. He said, what the?
I know. I may or may not have borrowed this vest from my wife.
That may be a woman's vest. I won't come out and say it, but it may be a woman's vest.
I can't, man. I can't.
Flip Rogie said Sean should have dyed his beard white. That would have been sweet. I didn't have time.
I know, man. I had my elf shirt, and I was going to refer to Sean as my red-bearded Santa, but I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't. It wouldn't work. Too much green in it.
That's the hard thing. It's so hard to find Christmas or winter, holiday stuff that doesn't have green in it. So that is part of our problem. Hopefully our audio is okay. So
just please during the whole show, move your head like this, please.
Can you hear it? I don't know if there's actually bells in. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this thing on the whole time. It like digs.
Anyways, let's get into some of the VR stuff. What we've been doing this week. We do have some lists later, which you guys should stick around for, kind of our Christmas guide. But yeah, we got tons of good stuff coming. Jurassic World we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that for sure.
Yeah, man, for sure. But we have been playing the winter update, as you can see in the description, of Population 1, which is fire, man. It's so good. I love it.
I love that they keep updating this like every week. It's literally been almost every week, and it keeps us talking about it because, for one, we love the game so much. And playing this, I hadn't played in about 2 weeks, I think, because of all of the new games that have come out. Medal of Honor and Myst and Warhammer, like all these games that come out that I've been trying to play. So I haven't got to play Population 1. I definitely had a little bit of a withdrawal from it. So getting back into it felt really good. It was me, you, and J-Ham. We live stream. Another thing we talked about is I wanted to get a dual PC live stream setup working. I got that working. That was what we streamed with. It worked awesome. I did have some issues with my green screen. I didn't take the time to key it real well, as you can see in the video. That really bothered me and drove me crazy, but it was still a ton of fun to live stream and play. And if you missed that, you missed out on some quirky stuff that happened. That's all I can say for sure on that stream. It was ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. The snowman, everyone's just murdering snowmen and stuff in the pre-lobbies, and the ice really feels good. And the change of the map, like buildings are like half filled with icebergs, so you can only get in one way on them, and it just creates a whole different game, whole different environment. If you guys haven't, please check this game out.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
It's unbelievable. It
really is.
I
mean, so this is like the plains area, if you're familiar with the game, and they added so many icebergs and all of this stuff. Even the garage areas are like completely snowed over, and some of them can't even get in anymore. Change the entrances and exits. I mean, it's really good to see them mixing this up. So I love that they do this. It keeps the map interesting and changing all the time. It's a ton of fun to go into. I mean, we just had an absolute blast. I can't say enough good things about this game. I absolutely love it.
I know. I still want like a snowball gun though. It'd be awesome.
That'd be pretty cool. Can people take us seriously in these outfits? I don't even know.
I can't. It's hard can't even do this.
It's hard to have a serious conversation. I know I need more coffee too. I got actually some Starbucks in these mugs today. So a vanilla latte from Starbucks.
Oh, you got your Between Realities rug.
Oh yeah, mixing it up.
I know. I got mine. Yep. Yeah. Let's see. I was just watching, and if you watch at the end of our outro, I was talking about last year I was on Pete's Holiday Blend, and I completely forgot about that.
I have some. I'm at the end of my bag for Pete's Holiday Blend, actually.
I know.
Very end of the bag for that one. That's good stuff. I love some Pete's holiday blend. But yeah, so Population 1. I mean, we might even be giving a code away for this game too as well on the show a little bit later. Maybe. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. But man, this game is just so good. I cannot say enough good. I keep feeling these balls jingling around. It's driving me nuts. I'm sorry.
So let's get into a new game maybe that a lot of you haven't heard of, which is kind of my pick. Oh,
Tyler's all excited about this, but we haven't played it yet.
It is.
Full disclosure, Tyler tried to play it this morning before the show, and we got wrapped up trying to get codes and everything entered.
Yep.
But yeah, this one is pretty interesting. What is it called?
It is. HoVRboard.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
HoVRboard spelled HoVR.
Yeah.
But it's reminds me of, we have Skate, which is Skater, which is coming, or however it is. Which is still coming to VR, still in the world. What are you doing?
Somebody asked. I'm sorry. No, Troy said, "What does my shirt say?" So I was showing him. It says "Nothing for you" from Santa Claus.
Is this an Anthony shit show? Is this what I mean, seriously. But yeah, this game looks awesome, and I feel like this is just going to give such a feeling of VR because you can see, like in this trailer, where you just get some height and you're looking down. It's super high jumps. I just think it's going to be great. Big open world concept, lots of stuff to do, kind of like skate parkish feels to some of the city stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of environments.
Feel in the other. Yeah, I think this just looks awesome. I don't know if it has like zero gravity on this like planetary one you're seeing, but
and like we said,
something I saw that I love.
Yeah, we haven't played this yet, so it might not be as good as we think it is. We're definitely going to be playing it today, but it looks really good.
Does have positive reviews so far.
That means quite a bit. That usually means quite a bit. Yep. This isn't the same guy making what is it? The Real VR Skater, or what is it?
No, Skate VR. Skater.
Skate. I can't remember what it is because that looks really, really good, and some of the physics on this look similar. But I still cannot wait for that game. I don't know when that's going to come out, but yeah.
Yeah, that was more of a on rails kind of game compared to this, where this is more open world environment, which that's what I like. Like, look at the thick snow it shows.
Yeah.
And look at the Tony Hawk like copy there. If you didn't notice that.
I'm surprised they're allowed to do that actually, but
right?
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Anyways, I will be playing this after the show, so I'm really curious to see how well it does. But it looks cool, and it is on Steam, and it is in the description below.
Yeah,
if you guys
only
Steam
check it out. Right now. Only Steam right now. I don't know what else it's coming to, but a lot of games right now are getting a lot of updates, a lot of holiday updates, which is really cool to see. I want to talk a little bit about Medal of Honor because we talked a lot about that game last week, and they went ahead and they fixed a lot of the issues that we've had with the game. They did 2 updates since the last show, and that's really good because I'm glad to see that they are supporting the game. They are fixing the issues. They're listening to the community. That's one thing we were a little bit worried about with being such a big developer. But I have a big issue because all of these updates sound great. I'm going to go through some of these, but my game was working before, and I did the latest update, and now the game just constantly keeps crashing like it was for you, and I didn't have that issue before. Yeah, but I can't even play it. I tried to go in last night for a while. I had some time. I was like, man, I cannot wait. I'm going to go into Medal of Honor, check out all these new updates. Smooth turning. They fixed part of the sleeve thing for your wrist, and I can't play it.
So how I fixed it, which I'm going to pull up so I can say correctly exactly what I did, is I got past it by downloading MSI Afterburner.
Right. I did do that, but I haven't messed with it yet.
What I did is I limited my core clock and my memory clock just by a little bit, just a taste.
Yeah, and you weren't overclocking. You weren't overclocking to begin with.
No. I was just reducing the ceiling essentially because I've heard what's happened in previous games like Borderlands that it did the same error for, is Unreal's looking for a certain amount of memory, and when it's being maxed out by the GPU, it doesn't have it and it crashes.
Yeah.
So it worked for me. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but I highly recommend trying it. Yeah. MSI Afterburner is free. It's great anyways. So it's worth a try.
And a lot of these. A lot of the updates were under the hood and optimization fixes too, so I thought that wasn't going to be an issue anymore. And like Rush Reality said, I've never had an issue with Medal of Honor on Steam. I didn't either. In the previous, Tyler, it kept crashing for him. It worked fine. I didn't have one single crash, I don't think, on the Steam build before. Did this update, and now it's just constant crashing. The game will load up. As soon as I try to go into a single player or multiplayer or anything, it just crashes. I don't even get the game starts to stutter and it crashes. So I am going to mess with my MSI settings, Afterburner settings, and see what happens. But that is really disappointing because I do like the game, and I was excited to see the fixes that they did because a lot of my issues were part of the fixes. Let me run through some of these because I feel like
I hope they keep coming with them too because
they do.
I hope they don't just stop to shut
They already said
up.
Nope. They already said there's another one coming. I think next week. So there's going to be a third one coming. So in the first update, they added smooth turn. They smooth lined mission progression, easier to pick up weapons, which is a kind of weird because sometimes you picked up the wrong weapon from what you wanted to pick up. Health pack respawns. All videos in the gallery are now unlocked from the start, and there are 360 videos. Last time, all the videos I had unlocked, there was no 360, and I said I was kind of disappointed there was no 360 or anything. There are some 360 videos in there. The M1 Garand is now louder, which is nice. At least I hope. I haven't got to hear it yet because I can't play. Multiplayer optimizations, that was all in the first update. The second update is controller-oriented movement option, new graphics options, which you can mess with all the MSAA and all that kind of stuff now. Yep. Streamlined gameplay. You don't need to pull the trigger at the start of every mission. You can turn off the star ranks above NPCs, and the sleeves now hide when they're close to your face. Not as good of a fix as I would have liked, but at least they're not going to block your view anymore. That was a big issue I had. Yeah.
Yep.
As well as improved eye logic of the NPCs, which is good because sometimes some of the eyes seem to be pretty good. Other ones was like they seemed really weird.
Hit or miss.
Yeah, and as well as under the hood optimizations. They're still chasing the Oculus API issue on the Steam build, and that's why a lot of people playing on Oculus had a bunch of issues with Steam, but it works well on the Oculus side. So that's part of what's going on. In the next update, they said that the scopes they're gonna be getting 3D scopes. So that will be good. That's the one thing I know from the last one. And the big thing is smooth turn. They added smooth turn. So I don't understand why any game launches now without smooth turn. Everybody complains.
They don't know.
Yeah, but everybody complains about it. Yeah,
man.
right. I know. But everybody complains about not smooth turn, and then they go ahead and they add it. But why don't they just add it from the beginning instead of everybody complaining and then adding it? That's what
flat mentality, man. Flat mentality. That's how it goes. But
flat mentality. Hashtag flat mentality.
Is.
It's seriously
I'm dead serious. It's all these people that haven't developed for VR. You're living in the environment. So like when you reach for your coffee cup, do you grab for like a piece of paper coffee cup that's flat in a 3D world? Like no, like give me 3D scopes. Like come on. But I know.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put the Christmas lights in my beard. Oh man, I forgot about that. These things are
maybe
killing
for next
my head,
show.
Though. They like squeeze the back.
Maybe
of my
for
head.
the after. Can we?
Oh, you want to give some away?
Yeah, I want to give something away, man. I'm feeling generous. It's the holidays, dude. We love doing this. This is like our favorite time of year, just because we get to give stuff away.
Yeah, I know we do love this. Absolutely, we have a ton of stuff, so I need to remember. So when I hear Tyler's jingle bells, I need to remember to give some away.
Right, exactly. So I kind of want to get into another game that has done or not done updates, which is Cyberpunk. And I know it's not VR. Yeah. I mean, it is in Vortex, but
talked about that
they have all these issues that Sony actually pulled it from their store. I mean, that's
that's big.
Probably one of the biggest games that's been pulled. The most
has that ever happened before?
It's happened with some games, but that's a huge game.
Has it? I don't know. I mean, that's crazy. I've never heard of that happening before. I mean, they've had so many issues and complaints on the Sony store that they're actually pulling the game from the store and they're offering refunds to everybody, which is crazy. So I guess it's not only VR titles that are having a rocky launch on some of them right now.
It's being able to create these games, and I don't think the systems can handle it. Like, they're overdeveloping, sort of. You know what I mean? And I know with PC gaming, because nobody's on the same level, and that's really hard.
Yeah.
So I understand developing for different levels there, but it's being developed to run on a console. I mean, you know what it's going to be out the gate, like the day you develop, basically.
And they've been working on that thing forever, so that's really shocking to me that happened. And I still haven't played the flat version or anything yet. I haven't played any of that, but... Yeah,
I know. I keep being tempted with Vortex. I'm tempted, but
yeah, I just haven't had the time. I mean, there's so many launches. I mean, even this week with Jurassic Park and stuff, and we wanted to go into the updates in Population 1 and see the new map updates and stuff. There's so much to play right now. It's really hard.
My tribe,
yeah,
man.
Tribe DJ. Tyler's still all about that.
It's on point now, man.
You got to get that. You got to get that live stream going on. Tyler's DJ
I know.
session.
Eden's been a guy from our Discord and chat and stuff has been throwing me comments and stuff, and I keep getting through farther and farther and better in it. And it's fire, man.
Cool.
It's fire. I love it.
Pretty cool. Somebody asked if Andres Castillo asked any multiplayer patches. I think he's talking about the Medal of Honor, and there was. I think that was in the first update. They did some multiplayer optimizations, which it did need. So I'm looking forward to hopping back into that. I just got to get it working again. I just got to get something to work so it doesn't crash every time. It's so frustrating because I do like the game and I want to finish out the single player campaign, and man, it's driving me nuts. But yeah,
and it could be a Windows-sided update as well. I don't know, but I updated Windows and it didn't change anything for me, so probably not. But you never know.
Right.
Yep,
for sure. So, and did you see? Because we're gonna get into some Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff, but the airport ground ops training simulator.
Oh yeah, I've watched this for a couple weeks, and this is really
you showed me this a while back.
It's more of a training exercise, but man, do I want to do it and so wish this was a feature in Microsoft Flight Simulator, because how sick would it be to have somebody on the ground, directing traffic in, refueling, doing inspections, having somebody in the tower, like a real tower person, calling stuff out. Like, that's just next level flight sim. And I think we may eventually get it, not probably this generation stuff, but this just looks like it should be in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like, look at the details in this.
Right.
Oh, so sick. I can't. Like, look at this. It makes me want to play Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I can't yet, which is killing me.
Are ridiculous.
Like, oh man,
Tony Digital. He said, "Merry Christmas, guys," and a $50 super chat. Cheers, Tony Digital. That is awesome.
Cheers,
man. That is incredible. That is so cool. I mean,
that's
that's part of the reason. Awesome. That's part of the reason we can do so many of these giveaways too, is because the community has been so supportive in these super chats and stuff. So we really do appreciate it, and that is why we're able to do some of these giveaways that we, just to show some of our appreciation. But
yep, we really, really do. I mean, we just love hanging out with you guys. We want to return it by giving you guys stuff. But thank you guys, make our Saturday. You honestly do.
Yeah, seriously, so much fun.
It's really, really hard if there's a week we can't be here for us not to be on here.
Yeah, it drives us nuts. But yeah, this game, I think, like we said, it's not much of a game. It really is a training simulator. And for me, like you said, it's just the graphics of the. I mean, this shows the true potential of VR and what a training aid it can be. Because even now in these times, where a lot of people are working from home and stuff, a job like this, if you're getting ready to train for a job like this, once we get to a point in time where most households have a VR headset, you could literally be training from home in this and learning more than you would a lot of times from what I mean, a lot of times in training sessions, when you get a new job, you're watching a lot of videos, you're doing a lot of training sessions like that before you ever go hands-on. And this is so much better because you get to go hands-on and learn and remember, but you're not going to cost anybody their lives if you mess anything up, what I mean? In a job like this,
I know.
So.
Yeah. And my brother-in-law was actually a flight inspection for FA-22s in the Air Force, and stuff like that, where he's talking about like crawling in the engines and stuff and doing inspections inside of there. I mean, to train somebody this way before actually like doing those dangerous things would be incredible.
Yeah.
So,
and even like you're talking about crawling in places, VR still gives you that sensation of tight spaces and stuff. The same thing you would get, in a real world thing. So, it's cool. I mean, it's just, I like to see the training stuff progress because I think VR is a huge platform for training going into the future. I really do.
Yep.
So,
I have a friend who does power line inspections, like from helicopters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, those are things that you can't mess up. You know what I mean? So to train somebody in that before actually doing it, before roping your helicopter off to the line and all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's scary, dangerous stuff. Yep. So
Tony Digital brings up a good point. Training and language learning is necessary in VR. So that could be another thing that could really benefit.
Right, because you could refer to, an object and like hand it to somebody and say what it is in a different language. That's true.
I feel like VR is such an unused tool so far. It's slowly getting there, but
I still go back because my nephew is autistic, right? And I know on the original Gear VR, the developer kit for the Note 4, which somebody posted on our Discord, actually, I have it as well.
Yeah.
And I remember they had an autistic simulator in there to show somebody what it feels like to be autistic. And honestly, until the moment I played that, I didn't understand. Yeah. Like, it brought to light something that I had no clue, and I forget what it was called.
Yeah,
but I remember you sitting in a coffee shop, and you were sitting at like a bar of a coffee shop, and there was a fireplace over here and a sink back there, and the water would drip, and the sound was just intense, like this beat. And then the fireplace started like raging intensely and was like amplified, and somebody talking, and sounds were just drove you crazy, and you realize what it was like to have something like that, or like an attention deficit or some issue. And it was really cool experience. I probably can't find it at this point, but I highly recommend it.
Somebody will probably put it in chat. Yeah. Somebody I'm sure knows what we're talking about, but Paradise Decay said, but would you get into an aircraft if the pilot announces his first real flight he's only flown in VR before? Probably not, but I have to imagine they're still going to have hours in real flight before you go on a commercial.
I would trust VR training over book training any day.
Yeah. But I mean,
any day, man.
A plane is a little different because you have to have so many, flight hours and training hours logged actually in the air before you can, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to get VR training and be a certified pilot right after
they did it
VR
with helicopters in the Air Force. They cut their training from 36
Yeah, but they
weeks
still
to
got
like
regular training
weeks.
too, though. You're still going to get regular. I mean, you're still going to get flight training too. Now, you're not going straight from VR to flying a plane.
No,
I mean,
to a
'cause
license.
Yeah,
No,
that would be.
right.
I wouldn't do that. But I still think it's a way better learning curve.
Okay,
than
but somebody's got to
other
ride
things.
with them. An instructor has to ride with them.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be on that first flight with them, right?
Right. And so at least there's somebody else that has knowledge of flying the plane in real life. But I don't know. I seriously think it's an amazing tool to learn. I mean, I think to learn even in school, you know, if we would have had history lessons, you know, gone through in VR where we got to see those places, you know, that throughout history and stuff, that would have been so, for me personally, I would have learned so much more and retained so much more of that information, being able to actually see those places and experience those places. You know, it's just crazy, but.
Yeah, I mean, just give them Microsoft Flight Simulator and let them fly these places. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I
geography.
Mean, it really
how much geography can you learn through Microsoft
Absolutely.
Flight Simulator?
Yep.
I have to imagine that's going to be.
I know.
I mean, I'm sure I will, but let's get into some Microsoft Flight Simulator because this is launching next week, I believe. VR support is coming next week on the, what is it, the 22nd? I think I can never keep all these dates.
27th, I think is what I read.
Yeah,
it's
27th. 22nd, but I think you might be right. I can't remember.
I'm a little sad about that, but yeah, the 27th, I think. I know, and I was hoping to have it to play throughout Christmas. Now we're after Christmas, and it's like, just they keep dragging this out. You know, it's supposed to be with my G2. That's what I was excited to use it for, and now it's pushed back again. And I know they have issues.
This is saying, this is a Road to VR article saying December 22nd. So the Microsoft Flight Simulator is scheduled to arrive.
I hope so.
On December 22nd as a free update, but it might be the 27th. I don't know. I have to look for sure. But the big part, another big part about this update with the VR is that they're adding realistic snow and ice over the globe, like where there actually is snow in that current time and ice. It'll be in the game, which is just, I mean, this game is just absolutely insane. The depths that they have taken to recreate the world in this game. And I love that. And I can't wait to experience it. And like we said, you know, this is going to launch on all PC VR headsets, PC VR headsets, not Quest and stuff, on the launch date here. But originally it was supposed to be only for Windows Mixed Reality for a little while, timed exclusive, and that has gone away, which I think
it looks like everyone's saying 22nd, so I really hope so.
Yeah, I think it is the 22nd. That's what I read, and I know before.
I saw something.
Yeah, something was the 27th before, and I don't know if that changed, but I know the update is supposed to come on December 22nd, is what everybody is saying. But so they some of the stats that they revealed about this game, because this game has been out for the flat version for a little while. This is the VR support that we're talking about, but so far they are saying that Microsoft Flight Simulator now has more than 2 million pilots that have piloted over 50 million flights in the game so far, which is big numbers. They said that the New York City is the game's most popular destination, and players have covered 72% of the Earth in their travels so far. I thought that was
crazy.
That's really cool, right? I mean, that's so awesome.
70. Can we fly to the North Pole and see Santa?
Oh, dude, that'd be sweet. Dude, they're not gonna let us in the North Pole, even with our get-ups right here, even with our Christmas suits. They're not gonna let us in. They're not gonna let us in, unfortunately. We don't have any connections like that with Santa Claus.
Oh man, you know what? Honestly, though, it is super cool. I keep watching, you know, all the Facebooks, Discords, everything. All the new headsets, everyone getting them for Christmas. I had people getting a hold of me wanting headsets that have never bought them before.
Yeah.
I just think it's so awesome. All the new players, again, in Pop 1 when we were in there, you know, first time playing. It's just so cool to see.
Yeah, I still meet new people in Population 1 when we're not, you know, when we're just in the lobby or when I go in for a quick couple sessions. But a couple people in chat said, Chill VR said, how many crashes in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Chris said, how many of those 50 million flights have ended in a crash? So, yeah. Tony Digital said, are you flying the plane in third person? And I don't know if there's an option for third person, but it should be first person VR. I guess
there is on flat, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about VR. We were not in the beta, unfortunately. We weren't in the Microsoft Flight System, so we have not experienced this game in VR at all yet, and it'll be a lot of new stuff for us to learn, I think. But hopefully we can live stream some of this. I don't know what day the 22nd is.
Dude, I'll get you in a Piper Cub. You can fly that thing in 5 minutes.
I just think it'd be cool to live stream it, just flying around and experiencing the game in VR. I think that's something I look forward to. But
cheers, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, well, keep an eye on chat. I know people are going to be dropping some codes in chat. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah, and cheers for everybody joining us, man. We really do appreciate you guys being here. All the likes, all the subs. I mean, you guys really do just warm our hearts. And I know we're not. This isn't like I'm just being honest.
Tyler, you don't usually get emotional till the end.
I don't. It's the holidays. I do sometimes, man. Leave me alone.
Valley said, is it coming to Quest 2? Talking about Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't think we're ever going to see that natively running on Quest 2. That game is just too massive. And
if we have something like Stadia pushed into the Quest 2,
and you could use Link. Yeah, you could use Link as well, or virtual desktop. You could stream it through virtual desktop. So, I mean, there are options, but I don't think we're going to see that natively come to Quest 2. It's just too big. Before we get into a ton of more games, I wanted to talk about these real optics or rel optics. I don't even know how you say it, but we put a video out on this past week, and I've been using these for. I've been using these for, I don't know, 4 weeks, something like that. I don't even know how long it's been, but I love these things so far because obviously I wear glasses all the time. You have contacts, so you a lot of times wear contacts in VR, but even still, that can be kind of a pain to have to put in contacts, just to get into VR. But I love these things. I've used prescription lens adapters for a long time. These ones are a little bit different because they are magnetic. So there's a little collar that stays inside the headset. It just clips around the lens, and it's kind of similar to what you saw in the first Quest. I had a little black ring that stayed in there, and the Quest 2 doesn't have that. These so if it's just magnetics, you just pop in there. So you can see in the video right here, I'm just popping the lenses in real quick before I go in. I pretty much leave them in all the time now, unless somebody else is using the headset, then I can easily take them out so they don't have messed up visuals from my from my prescription. But yeah, if you are a glasses wearer, it honestly is the way to go because putting your glasses inside the headset is a pain. I used to do that all the time in the CV1. That was how I ran my CV1 all the time. And the problem with the Quest 2 and the first Quest and the Rift S is that a lot of people were having issues where they were scratching their lenses. The lenses seemed to scratch easier than the CV1s did. And that is an issue you have to be careful of, is your actual glasses scratching those lenses. So.
It happened to mine once. I had just this little teeny, and I forget what it was in. If it was I think it was my original Quest, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, we always run the VR covers to get your face closer, higher field of view. But now you're pushing that limits from lens to lens. And I think the one time putting them on, maybe it might have just put a little. I was mad, but I mean, you got to be careful.
They have the spacer. The Quest 2 comes with the spacer that you can put on for your glasses, but it's just it's such a pain. Like these are, if you've never used lens adapters in your headset, it's so much better. And I do really enjoy these ones a lot. Like I said in this video, the magnets don't seem super strong. And when I first got these, I was really concerned about that, but I have not had any issues so far. They stay put. I mean, even in games like you see in the video, I'm playing box VR and stuff where I was moving a bunch and, jerking around and I didn't have any issues. So for me,
the best part is I have my contacts in sometimes, and sometimes I don't. So they're super easy to remove because that's always my problem. I don't want to put permanent ones in because if I have contacts in, now I'm screwed. Now I have to go take those out. So I'm just back to the, here or there. And it's awesome because I can just rip them right out.
It's so
have
easy.
Contacts in, it's still good. Put them back on if I don't. So that's super cool. I do love that.
But, it's so easy.
Yep. And cheers everybody in chat. I see J-Hook. Who else did I see? I haven't seen Delirium Drew. Good to see you guys as always. Judge Dredd. You guys are awesome. Happy holidays, man. If you guys celebrate, I mean,
yeah, so many people. So if you are a glasses wearer, I know some people this doesn't matter to them because they don't wear glasses, but it's such a good solution. Alakazam.
Cheers, man.
Caved in and got a PSVR. Just so many good games on there that I have not owned a console in 15 years, and now I have one. Can't wait for PSVR 2. Yeah, PSVR 2 I still think is like the most anticipated hardware, VR hardware that's going to hopefully be eventually coming. So Paradise Decay dropping codes in chat too. So,
nice.
So cool.
Cheers, man. You guys are awesome. You guys really are just freaking. The VR community is so good right now. I'm just afraid. Are we going to get this like overpopulation of people who are just not true VR enthusiasts? With the holidays, we were worried about it last year, right?
Yeah, it's going to happen, but I still think the overwhelming positive community that we have in VR is still, and that's what I think most people will run into. I mean, all throughout VR, you still get the people in games that are, the squeakers and stuff, the people that try to be annoying in VR, try to get in your space.
Everyone was a squeaker once, right?
Yeah, right.
Come on. So, but it is. I mean, be the positive police out there in VR. You know what I mean?
Yeah. VRChill dropping codes too. VRChill VR. So
you guys are freaking great, man.
And real quick too, we are going to give some Oculus codes away, and these are the way these codes will work. You're going to go to the game on the Oculus app, and then you're going to redeem gift through there instead of just going to the regular way. So these are for the Oculus codes that are going to be coming out. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. But
I love our list, man. Our list is good.
Yeah. Can we get into some Jurassic World?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Because that came out this week.
I haven't got to play it yet, and I wanted to go play it as well, but now I'm nervous too. Like, it's got super positive reviews. I was excited. You were excited, told me about it. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
I'm going to go play it and stuff. And then you kind of stopped me with some comments, man. So go ahead and tell me a little bit.
I don't want to be...
They need to hear it, man.
So this is what happened. This is my experience with Jurassic World Aftermath. So I bought the game. I was super excited. It came out on Thursday. I came home on a lunch break to play this game for about an hour. And I hopped into this thing probably for about the first 30 to 45 minutes. I was like, man, this is awesome. Like, I love this game. You know, the graphics are great. The you know, they're the cartoony graphics, but Alakazam again, PSVR 2 will be here sooner than we think. Sony loves VR. In the last interview they did with the head of VR at Sony hinted at PSVR 2 anyways. Cheers. So yeah, I seriously, I know there's been some doubt about PSVR support. I think it's definitely going to happen. I don't know when. I hope sooner than later. I really do. Cause
they've done it once. They're only going to improve, man.
Yeah, I still think they will. But so with Jurassic World, you know, I played for the first 30, 45 minutes. I was blown away. The graphics are definitely that cartoony, you know, cell shaded kind of thing, which I actually like. Some people that turns them off in a game, I think it's cool. And the atmosphere of the game, the stress level of the game, I absolutely loved it for the first 30, 45 minutes. And my problem came in where after, you know, the initial wow factor and stuff for me, and I know some people still love the game even all throughout, is it became a little bit too monotonous to me. You know, the goal of the game, basically, it's a hide and seek game. That's what this is. After you get past the wow factor, the game is a hide and seek.
A stealth game.
It's a stealth hide and seek game. That's what it is. Because essentially what happens is, you know, you have these dinosaurs throughout the environment and they are looking to attack you. And you know, you find hiding places all throughout the game. You know, you have the lockers and everything else, you know, areas that you can hide under desks and stuff. And that feels really good. Like, I like, you know, the first time that I met one of these dinosaurs and they were after me and I had to go into a locker, close the locker and hide from him. And he got right up to that locker looking at me. I was like, man, this is cool. Like, I got the chills, you know what I mean? Like, this feels awesome. I know. And, you know, that experience after, you know, so many times it just started to kind of be the same thing for me where it was like, okay, I know the dinosaur's coming after me. I got to find a spot to hide, you know, and there's no, I mean, there's a couple ways you can distract them. You know, you get this tool that goes on your wrist and you can kind of point it at alarms and stuff and you can set those off as a sound distraction and they kind of go over there for a little bit. But that was my biggest issue, is that I thought they needed some more ways to, you know, and I haven't got all the way through the game yet because there's been so much stuff to play. But like you talked about a laser pointer, you know, like give us a laser pointer where you can, you know, kind of like a cat, you know, kind of steer them off in a direction, you know, they see something. Or, you know, I had an idea of like a net gun, you know, but very limited ammo, you know, that is very hard to find. So you get one net gun that can take down some of these smaller dinosaurs.
Like a trank gun maybe that you could like stop them for a minute or something.
Yeah,
like,
and maybe that happens later throughout the game. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. But that, I don't know.
Part two?
There is a part 2 that's supposed to be coming next year. But I just got to a point where I was like, man, like it feels too monotonous to me. And the dinosaurs, like a lot of times, you know, you have to be very quiet. So part of this is my issue, that I don't always have the patience, you know, to go real slow, to wait for the dinosaur to go away. But there's been times where like the dinosaur would be in another room and I'm moving real slow and real quiet and they still come running like they heard me, or they, you know what I mean? Like they're almost too smart sometimes in some areas. So that, I don't know, like I want to see in chat what other people think about the game and what their
Blue's
thoughts
a smart
are.
Cookie though, man. Blue's in there, smart cookie.
Who's Blue?
I know he's not. See that maybe that's the problem. Maybe you're not like a Jurassic World fan. Like,
okay. Yeah, no, I am. I mean, I watched the Jurassic movie, especially the older ones, like back in the day when we were young. Yeah, and like I said, the environment is awesome. I think the voice acting is great. You know, the voice actors in the game are great. The graphics, the environment, you know, the chills. The chills and stuff that you get, you know, when the T-Rex is on the plane, you know, attacking the plane and the plane goes down. Like the beginning of the game, I loved it. Like I really did like it. This is some of my footage from me playing it, but it's not going to show you a lot. It's just kind of the very beginning of the game. I don't want to have spoilers or stuff, but I mean, what are other people's opinions? Daniel Woodenberg said most of my friends who got it returned it. The Brave Lua said, how long does the content of Jurassic World last? How many hours? So it's supposed to be around like 3 to 5 hours ish is from what I've heard. I haven't completed the whole game yet, depending on how long it takes you to get through it. And I like exploring. And part of it for me too was there was so many things in the game that I couldn't interact with. Like there was so many, like there was coffee mugs. I couldn't tell you how many coffee mugs I tried to pick up because I wanted to pick up the coffee mug. But that is things in VR games that always drive me crazy, is there should be more things that you can pick up, throw. Like, I mean, even for, throwing objects, if you could pick up that coffee mug and throw that coffee mug, in Half-Life Alyx, in that one, there's one part of the game where you have to throw stuff as a distraction to get a monster thing or whatever to go away. And that worked really, really well. They needed to use more of that kind of a thing in the game, I think. But I mean, the game overall, like it's a really cool game. I just think that there were some parts that got a little bit too monotonous, a little too slow. I got a little bit too bored with it sometimes. I don't know.
So probably, I mean, what I take from you, if you think it looks like an interesting game or your type of game, it's recommended maybe. But I mean, I feel like you're like on the fence. Like, would you recommend it?
I don't know. Like I said, I think I talked about this last time. The thing for me that tells me if I think a game is really that good and worth it is if I think about the game when I'm not playing it. Like I got a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour to play a game. And then, later that day, I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, man, I can't wait to get back in there. Like, I can't wait to finish experiencing that game. And this one, not so much, like just because I know now more what to expect, and I don't know, the wow factors kind of wore off, but I think it is a good game. And I think that I talked to you about this morning. I think part of it too is that we have played VR games for a really long time, and I think if this was somebody's first experience in VR, I think they would be absolutely blown away because of how realistic it is, the stress that you feel, the hiding, a lot of people just really love the stealth genre, and the stealth genre works so well in VR. So I think for new people into VR, I think this game could potentially blow their socks off.
And again, this is running on Quest too.
Yeah,
so
impressive.
It's hard because we start now comparing Quest games to PC games. You know what I mean? So the mind starts to, we lose now what is just PC, and it's a different, level of game that's being produced, of the ceiling of, processing and everything. So it looks amazing, and I think it's kind of an immediate buy if you like this style of game.
I agree. Like, I don't want to say it's a bad game because I don't think it is. I think it looks so good.
We have such a hard time though, because we play so many different games and on every aspect of every level at the highest, level we can. So it's hard sometimes to compare things to that, of something that runs on Quest or a first experience for somebody. Right. But we really try to do an unopinionated job of doing that. And I think it's still recommendation. I do.
Yeah, I still think so.
That's coming up and down with 31 people voting, around 55%, floating around 60% people did not like it, which is surprising.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
But we do have a lot of VR veterans.
So Mateo's in chat, and he said he thinks it's actually the best Quest exclusive, which we don't have a lot of Quest exclusives though, but we don't have a lot of Quest exclusives that only stay on Quest. That, you know what I mean? So that I don't. Yeah, but I think it's like he said. I think after that it's the hardware is limited. They did a great job with what they have, and I absolutely agree with that. I think that it is a great looking game on the Quest. It runs so well. I think it is a game that will impress a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. I think for me, it was just the patience of, the monotony of, here comes dinosaur. I got to go run and hide. I don't have something I can throw to distract it. Like, I got my little light thing that'll light up some sirens, but there aren't always sirens around and stuff. So, but I'm going to keep playing it. And I think maybe they'll probably do some other things that'll start to impress me again. Maybe it's just the stage of the game that I'm at, but
all I want is the Jeep, man. I just want the Jeep.
Yeah. Like, the Jeep would be
give me the Jurassic Park Jeep, man.
Yeah. Oh, so we have a code up here for the game, so somebody can check it out that way. If you get this code, let me know, and let me know what you think of it, because see, look, there's me pointing at the coffee mug. I couldn't pick up the coffee mug. Let me pick it up and throw it so I can distract some dinosaurs. But
you're just obsessed with coffee mugs.
Yeah, man. But I think it's a mix. I think a lot of people maybe feel some of the similar ways that I do, and other people just absolutely love it. And I think for newer people coming in VR, I think they're going to love the game. I really do. I think it's a good game. They did a good job with the game. I just think there's a couple things they could have done better. Or maybe that'll happen with episode 2,
So the poll is basically split, man. 50%. People liked it and didn't. So it's surprising. With all the initial reviews that came out, people seem to like it, but
and Limbo.
Yeah,
Limba said Jupitergrad reminds me of Jupitergrad. Definitely the same graphic style as Jupitergrad,
which is
cell shaded.
Which is what, on Quest, coming to Quest.
Coming to
now?
Quest. Yep.
It's on the coming list.
Yep.
I think. Right?
It's coming soon to Quest, which that was a fun game. I played it on Steam a while back. We put a video out on it a while back, and I loved it. I thought that was a great game. I loved that game. So yeah.
The plungers. It's awesome.
Yep. So
I know. Yep. All right. So I had something on my mind. Now I forget. We get sidetracked here. Dang it! I completely forget.
I don't know.
Something I was going to talk about. Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, I don't know, but there are some other games too that I wanted to talk about that are getting holiday updates.
Yeah. There's a bunch. I think we talked about that last week. I can't believe how many are doing it this year. It's awesome.
I think it's awesome. Holiday updates. I can't find this video too. There we go. One of these was Dash World, and I haven't played this in the new update yet. I love this game.
Great game.
Rawar2377 said, disappointed that all games are first person. VR sickness turned off all friends. Most games in top 50 are third person. Want to sit on couch and play. So yeah, the VR legs take you a little while to get for some people. Some people can jump into VR and not have an issue right away. Other people need to gain their VR legs, and really the only way you can do that is just by experiencing VR a little bit at a time and just, gaining that experience with it.
Stop at the point.
Yeah.
Stop at the point where you feel a little bit of anything.
Yep.
And then go back in. Put a fan on you. Fans really help.
Yeah.
A lot of people love the fans. I love them in driving games.
Yeah.
Put a fan in front of your steering wheel, man, when you're driving.
Yep.
Game changer.
And there are some games that are a little bit more friendly on Quest. One of my favorites is Real VR Fishing. I think anybody can pick that game up without any kind of motion sickness.
Right.
True. The only time you really move in that game is in your lodge when you're going into the game, and you can put on teleport and stuff like that. It is first person, but for most of the game you're sitting and you're fishing, and you're just in one spot.
True.
So that is still.
But third person, I mean, third person has its benefits too. I mean, I love playing stuff. I saw everyone talking in chat. Moss, great third person game. I love how it's done. Lucky's Tale, which was an early game.
Yeah, that's not on Quest, but
not on Quest.
Yeah.
No. But just as in third person, they play well. But I don't.
Yeah, and my wife,
I guess we do need more.
She said I get sick easy, and she does. She suffers from motion sickness a lot, and she doesn't play anywhere near as much as me. She's played a lot of box VR and stuff, but she liked Moss. She liked what was the rabbit one, Down the Rabbit Hole. She liked that one a lot. So there are a lot of good games like that can get you into VR for a while without the intensity of like a first person shooter game or something like that.
What's the pets one? Curious Tale of Stolen Pets. Yes.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a good one. So there's lots of them that can get you in there. But I do agree there are a lot of first person games, but that's, I think, most of the veterans and the people that are used to VR, that's mostly what
I think the hard part is because, like, if you're in there, like, let's say you're playing mini golf, to have third person on that, like, you're holding the actual stick. So I mean, I know you could just have it so it's controller based, and maybe that will be a great option for some games, so that you could hook your Xbox controller to the headset and sit there and play on it. And that might be amazing, actually.
Yeah. I don't know. Like you said, it's hard because you're actually physically using the objects in first person in VR. So, but there are a lot of games like Holoception that have done some really cool stuff with third person, first person kind of stuff. That's
such
really cool.
Great game. I really want to get back into that and do some John Wick stuff, man. That's so much freaking fun.
Yeah. Nemesis asked, "What are your opinions on Blade and Sorcery?" And I think Blade and Sorcery is an awesome. It was kind of one of the first physics-based, weapons kind of game.
And it still stands up.
Oh, but it has huge player base. I haven't played it in a while now, but there's still a huge amount of people that play that, and I know they've done a ton of updates. I actually should jump back in there, but I think if you're into like sword mechanics and stuff like that, it's an awesome game.
So Steve XM brings up a good point. His wife gets dizzy playing Saints and Sinners, which reminds me, do you have the Oculus trailer in here? Because I would love to show that.
We got to get into Dash, so we'll get back into that. Let's get into the trailer because I do want to talk about that too. This is an Oculus Quest commercial that is Tyler's favorite one ever, and I agree. They did an excellent job on this Quest commercial. You want to walk them through this a little bit because you were so excited.
Never mind. Called it sticks because in VR it's just a stick. But I do play golf. So this trailer literally gave me like goosebumps at parts of it because it does give you finally like that feeling. I love that part. Kicking the Xbox. Yeah,
kick the Xbox under the
Oh my gosh, that's freaking hilarious. If you guys haven't seen this, you have to watch it with the audio and stuff because it's a riot. But it really encompasses, but we've talked about it before. It's not the real, game we're seeing.
Yeah.
But this is how I feel in it. So I don't hate it for that. Like, when I play VR games, this is the experience I walk away with and remember having. So
right. I think it may be a little bit of a shock to some people's system that have no experience in VR, and they grab a headset and they're like, "What? It doesn't look as good as it did in the commercial." So that may be a little bit of like false advertising, even though they say not actual gameplay. Real quick, I wanted to get to John Devlin's super chat. Thank you for that super chat. He said, "Have you gotten to the flashlight and the dark level?" And I'm not sure which game he's talking about. Maybe Jurassic Park or. I'm not sure.
Could be.
I'll try to watch where. Put in chat. I'll try to watch where he says.
Could be.
Yeah, but this trailer, like you made the comment, is how does somebody see this commercial on TV and not go out and buy VR? Right. I mean, they did a good job at portraying 100%. At least how awesome you feel in VR. Right.
Yep. You cannot say this for any console game, for any flat game. Mm-mm. It is not like this. Like, you can't show 2077 and be like, yeah, but you can live it. Like, you can do this. You can throw the grenade. You can slice these blocks. Like, no, you can't. You can mash buttons.
Yeah,
you can
that's
hit a keyboard.
Even in the beginning of the thing. She's like, well, how do I do this in the commercial? She's like, and then she's like, oh, and then she like picks up the gun in Star Wars or whatever. But at first she was like, I don't know how to. So they did a good job. They put a lot of the most popular games right now. A lot of newer releases in here. So
that's what Steve XM said. She throws the Xbox controller for the dog at the end, which is so good. The dog's holding it, and she's like, here boy, go get it. And chucks it down the hall.
Yeah, it's a really good commercial. They did a really good commercial.
All the good games too, man. Like these are great games. Every game that they show, and they don't say the titles of them, and I love that. Because it's like, look, here's all these experiences. Come try it. Get a headset. Oh, it's $299. Like, they don't even say the price, but it's that easy, that cheap. Throw a headset on and live it. And
I feel like for a long time, they weren't really. There was no real advertising going on for mainstream advertising going on for VR, and Oculus is doing that now with these commercials. I mean, I see these commercials on TV, and they are pushing it now. Which here's the part where they throw the controller. Right. From the dog. She's like, I don't need to play the Xbox anymore. That's how I felt after I used to play Xbox all the time. Ever since VR, I was like, I don't want an Xbox anymore. I have no.
My Xbox controller sits right here, but it's only for VR games that I need it for. Want it for. That is it, man. That's all I use it for. It's awesome.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
I still don't know which game he was talking about. I didn't see where he put in chat.
I know. He could be behind too in the video. Hopefully not. And we do recommend everybody try to stay live and keep up, and then watch it back maybe after, because for all the games and the giveaways. And PD, cheers, man. You're just giving out.
I know. I've seen a bunch of stuff.
Christmas,
people,
Fluke, PD, everybody, man.
Yep.
With Spry Guy, tons of people giving out codes. You guys are, and a $20 Steam gift card. Sweet.
That's a good one right there. Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out. All kinds of good stuff.
Oh my gosh, I know, man. I need that. No, honestly, I just picked up that the hoVRboard too, and I can't wait to play it. But for $11.99, I think it is. I can't recommend that enough. And I'm pumped to try it.
Talking about commercials, real quick. I'm kind of scared to show this one. I don't know that I should, because I don't know if there'll be like a copyright stuff on this. But Lamborghini themselves put out a commercial with an Oculus Quest 2 headset in it. It's like this older couple that are in their home and their son is far away, and he gets this gift and he opens it up and it's a Quest 2 and he puts it on and it's like a ride in a Lamborghini, and he gets out of the Lamborghini and his son's standing by the car, and it's like, I was blown away to see that commercial from Lamborghini and then see a Quest 2. I was like, what? Like, I've seen Walmart commercials now with Quest 2 headsets in them. But that Lamborghini commercial was really cool.
Do you know what the best gift though of that whole commercial is, even though it's a Lamborghini experience? Is the experiences he'll have in the headset he now has. Like that, there's 100 more experiences you will have now in that headset. It's so good. Awesome. It's just, I know it is. Yep.
RAR 2377. Yeah, I don't know. I want a real game like Nier or FF. Never will have a true action game at this rate. Never will have mass adoption.
I think it will eventually, like mass. Probably not, because a lot of people like to game leisurely too, like just sitting there, you know what I mean, and not have to get up. But we know there's a lot of good VR experiences that can be done sitting as well. Yeah. It is a barrier, but it's commercials, I think, like this Oculus one that really help break it and let people realize it. Just the fact in the last week or two, I've had so many people contact me and say, I saw that VR thing you talk about on TV, and you know, not even almost knowing what it was, but they get it now, and that's the amazing part.
Yeah, I think it depends what you define as mass adoption too. Like, I don't know if we have what a standard is for that, but
consoles are right.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll ever get to the. I don't know, because it's hard to say what the future holds. You know, eventually I think that we could. I think that you know, once people start to experience this hardware and experience these things, it's going to be hard for them to go back to the flat gaming, just like it was for us. You know,
right? But so, like consoles, there's mass. That's considered mass adoption because it's been around for people their whole life and growing up,
right?
Or since they were a certain age. So, you know, it's even people, you know, mine on our age and stuff. Even like, okay, let's say a lot of females didn't grow up playing games at that time. Like, it was kind of a male, and not to be sexist, but there wasn't. Now, kids growing up, it's completely, you know, male, female doesn't matter, because it's been around their whole life. So I don't know, like, all those stereotypes are out the window at this point. Like, everything's fair game. So.
Me Waters also, thank you for that super chat. She said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Yeah, $25 super chat. Yeah, seriously, so awesome. I know she's a big fan of Real VR fishing as well as Population 1. So, and she suffers from motion sickness and loves Population 1.
And active member on our Discord. And if you guys don't, please join. We just love hanging out with you guys. Everything goes there first.
And Mr. Chip said, thank you so much for the code for Steam. That's unbelievable. I typed it in just for fun. You guys rock.
That's awesome, man. You're the best person for it to go to.
Yeah, that's
awesome. So cool,
man.
That's
really
cool.
So cool. Hopefully you get something good with it. I put in the for the other, we do have another $20 Steam gift card as a Gleam giveaway that we're doing, and I put in the description, you know, that we're not enforcing that you purchase a VR game with that gift card, but it's highly encouraged. So just to be funny. But,
I mean, you could put it towards a G2 or an Index or whatever.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could actually. Absolutely.
You can.
So,
for sure.
Good stuff. So Dash World, though, because this is as far as it gets into racing games and stuff, and this is on Quest, this is on PC, very Mario Kart-ish kind of a game. And I think these devs are the ones that I think that have done it the best so far, and this is one of my favorite racing games in this kind. I haven't played it in a little while. I played with Fluke and stuff a while back. We had a ton of fun. But this update's got a bunch of stuff. You know, it's got 3 new maps. It's got one of the coolest things, I think, is that you can actually use the controllers on the steering wheel, just like right here. Before it was like stick movement and stuff. You can actually drive the car. You know, you're using your other hand a lot of times as like hitting people with a frying pan. You know what I mean? 8-player support now, like it said. I mean, there's just a ton of updates in this, and this just
which we wanted this since the early beta. I think it was one of the first things I did, and I'm like, and it played great with stick, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I was like, one of those things I wish I could just kind of grab it. You know what I mean? But it's awesome to see it added too.
Yeah, the steering wheel. Yeah, so good. So they have the new virtual steering wheel that we talked about, new tracks, Quest 2 graphics upgrades, 8 players, 90 hertz is out, and there's all kinds of stuff thrown in here.
Rizzle
Rock.
Man. With the Christmas tree.
We still got to get him a coffee mug too, man. I got to get him a coffee mug sent out. Or was it a hat? I think he wanted a hat. Maybe he wanted both. I can't remember.
It's going to be the hat, man. It's going to be the hat.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to checking out the new maps as well as the steering wheel. That is just it's so
is good. Dash coming to Steam?
Is Dash not on Steam? I've played it. We were in the beta for so long.
Thinking it was,
no,
but maybe
we
didn't
were in the
have
Quest beta. We were actually in the Quest beta and the PC
that's
beta.
True.
Maybe
you're right. I was thinking we had
it
on Steam first, but you're right. It might not be on.
No, we had it on Quest forever in the beta.
It's a great question, actually. I don't know that one.
So is it this one? I thought one of the updates, and now I'm getting confused because one of the updates said that it now has, right there, it says Steam VR, cross-platform. That was this. So it is on Steam VR, PlayStation VR, and it has cross-play.
I knew it was PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, one of these updates also included cross-play with other platforms, so it was this one. So, so it is on Steam. You can pick it up on Steam. So, awesome.
That's awesome.
Definitely a good game.
Do we have any more?
Oh, geez, I don't know what else we got, because some of these we're going to be getting into.
Stand?
Oh, yeah. We got 3 of these to give away. So this is Steam. I'm going to throw it up here. We got 3 of these codes still to give away for Standout Battle Royale. One of the first, I think this is really one of the first true Battle Royale games in VR. This is PC VR, obviously, but we played a lot of this. We put a lot of time into this. We don't play it as much anymore with games like Population 1 and stuff, but still a fun game. Still a lot of fun.
Like, this is where we met Matt Serra. Now we have him playing Population 1. So, I mean, it's a great game that has that same feeling. We still highly recommend it. The bots are great in it. Yeah, exactly.
It's not as highly polished and stuff of a game, but it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. So we were live streaming Population 1 last week, and me, you, and J-Ham, and after I got off, you and J-Ham were playing with Matt Serra for a little bit on on Population 1. He's still having some mic issues, though, which is really weird.
Yeah, I'm going to get it fixed. I'm going to have to try and talk to the developers because it seems to only be in that game. I've had him uninstall it, reinstall it. Still has the issue reoccurring, and it works in Oculus chat.
Yeah, we can hear him in chat, but not
I'm
in
a little
game.
confused.
So weird. And he enabled, he gave permission too, he said, when he downloaded the game for the mic. So Jason.
Good friend. Cheers, man. Working on a ton of sweet stuff.
Oh, yeah. We can't talk about most of the stuff he's working on.
No, I know, man. It's hard to not talk about some of his stuff,
he's got a new project he's working on that is going to be very interesting, and I can't say too much about that, but yeah, so seriously, thank you for that super chat, Jason.
Yeah, man.
Jason's been around for a long time. We much appreciate his work for sure. Yeah. Awesome guy.
Yeah, seriously. A great guy for the community too. Really trying to do things for VR and different for VR and innovative for VR. And cheers to that, man. Yep.
And always listening to the community too. I mean, everything he's done, a lot of it is community things that they would love to see. And
he's always like changing like his mindset because, VR is evolving. Like, we've learned what works and what doesn't over time. He's always trying to push those boundaries. Like we said, a trampoline in VR, people are like, oh no, it'll make you sick. And he's like, doing it.
Yeah, and he did it. And I love that trampoline. That's the greatest thing. I want to pull that trampoline around with me everywhere I go because I love it. But
yep, Birchill just said tweeted too, and I keep watching. I'm getting a bunch of new follows and stuff. So cheers, guys! Everybody on Twitter.
Make sure you sign up for the Gleam giveaways. They are in the description below. Can I take these antlers off? Yeah, this is driving me nuts. So hopefully everybody got these codes. If not, you can go back. I'm gonna pull these down. Let me see what else we got. We wanted to get into a little bit of what we thought because there's a lot of new people getting into the Quest right now, and there's a lot of questions of what should I buy, what games do you recommend, or what would be the first couple games you wanted to buy? And we thought we would talk a little bit about it. Chat, feel free as well. I know people have already said what some of their favorite games are and stuff, and we're not doing like Game of the Year or anything right now. We're just doing some of the things we recommend picking up on Quest, just getting into VR. What would you say would be your first one?
My first recommendation, I mean, it has to be Population 1, man. I mean, I don't really have like a better game that I could tell somebody to buy and play. I mean, it's just literally my favorite game, and it's innovative, and it gives you the feels. You have the climbing, you have the easy gun mechanics for first-time people. The great, you can see in the distance so easily. You can fly. You can do things that you've only dreamt of, basically. It's probably my best recommendation. It plays smooth. It's cross play. It's cross buy. It's literally my favorite game right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Population 1 for me it's a game that I constantly cannot get enough of. They keep updating it. For new players getting in, and there's a great way with this new update where you can play the whole Battle Royale against bots. So you don't have to go straight into Battle Royale with other people that are really, really good. You can go in with bots. You can choose easy, medium, hard levels. That way you can kind of get familiar with the game, familiar with what you need to collect throughout the game, kill some bots and get better at the game before jumping online. We actually played, the three of us went in and played the first round we played against the bots because we had never done it before. And that's a really good update. I mean, that's a great way for people to jump in and learn the game. And this is a game that so many people love that don't even like first-person shooter games. I think if you're a first-person shooter fan, you're going to love Population 1. I think if you're not a first-person shooter game, you should try the game and give it a chance and see what you think because many people have said...
It's not like a true shooter. You're not just there shooting all the time. We can go through and win, and I can put 10 rounds into somebody and win a game. You know what I mean? So it's not always about shooting. You can sneak through the whole map, make it till the bitter end and get the last ones and get a win. Like it's scavenging, it's so exploring, it's learning the map, it's hiding, it's hearing people. It's so good.
It does a lot of things right. It really does. And it's just so much fun. And it's hard for us not to recommend this. This is, for me, this is one of the games I always tell people about, and this is a game that is growing a ton of popularity and they keep updating, they keep doing really good things. So Population 1 for sure is one that we always recommend, and it's so hard not to recommend. You know what I mean?
Anakaze said Poll needs a depends option, but it's a gun to your head situation, yes or no?
Would you recommend Population 1? So far, 81% says yes, and 82, and now 18% say no. So that's Another game that I'm going to recommend a game here, and another game that just recently got an update is Real VR Fishing. You know, I talk about this game quite a bit because this is one of those, like, there's games that fit different genres. You know, there's workout games. You get a killer workout. You have a ton of fun doing it. There's other games that you just want to sit down, relax, and play a game that you don't want to expend a bunch of energy. You don't want to be making a bunch of noise, hopping around. You know what I mean? And this is one of those. Sure. And it's multiplayer. You can go in with friends. Like, it is such a fun game, and it brings me back to those Sega Dreamcast days where and it was on yours that we used to play it, that had the little fishing reel and stuff good, just like that. So this is one of their latest updates. This is their holiday edition, is now live. It's a free update adding over 30 new species of fish, boats, avatar, apparel, and quality of life improvements. So one of my highly recommended games.
It's hard to improve it, but yeah, it really is. It's already amazing. It really is. Yeah.
It's such a
and
good
if anybody wonders, if they do enter one of these codes, and it says it's a duplicate, I mean, somebody already got it. But,
yeah, and you have to make sure you go into the app and go to the game itself. So right now we have a Real VR Fishing code up there. You have to go to Real VR Fishing on the app, and then you have to click the 3 little dots and click Redeem Gift. That is how you're gonna claim these codes. So just so you're aware, in case you didn't know.
Kid Collector Comics, big comic book collector and stuff. Cheers, man. Good to see you, as always. If you like comics, check his stuff out.
Is he getting a Quest? Does he have a Quest yet?
I keep telling him he needs to get one. I know he keeps debating it, but I know.
Yeah, he's got to get one.
Man. Talk about somebody who would love like Jurassic World. You know what I mean, with the comic book aspect, or Tarzan, which is even more so. You know. Yeah. Just so good. Yep. I know. So many good games, man.
Let me pull this.
What other good games we got?
So what do you think? This one.
Oh,
this is another one that you highly recommend.
Leg breaker. That's my leg breaker, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is Pistol Whip, and this is on all platforms as well. You know, you're looking at Quest, you're looking at PC VR, Steam, Oculus Store, everything. So, I mean, this is one of those games that is a ton of fun to play, and you don't realize how good of a workout you're getting until the next day or two when your legs are like mush and they hurt so bad.
Or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It's killer. The last time I played the
2089.
2089. Yep. My legs, 4 days, solid 4 days. We're just aching so bad. But yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. I love throwing people into this game for their first experience because you don't need any movement. You don't need to teach anybody really about boundaries. It's like stand in the circle under your feet and hold this one controller and don't get shot. Like, that's all you need to tell them, basically. And I love it. It's great for newbies, and it's great for VR vets. I mean, it's just a great all-around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And they keep updating it for free. You know what I mean?
Free updates. They keep doing free updates. And this list isn't anything crazy. This is just off the top of our head. And we had a really, really hard time just picking a handful of games that we thought were good first-time recommendation games. You know, another one that isn't on the list is like things like Super Hot. Absolutely one of those games that are staple in the VR community. I mean, there's just so many of them. There's so many good games. It was hard to pick them all. And another thing is that you have to realize that we are big first-person shooter fans. That is probably our favorite genre. So we have to throw this in there. What?
I guess. I mean, I'm not all shooter though.
No. I just think that's
right now, I'm like all in on Tribe right now.
Tribe,
man. I like all kinds of stuff.
And another one was Myst that you kept saying you wanted to recommend.
So good.
Because that's
I know it's on my
game.
top list too. It's hard, man. I know.
And another one is Contractors. We have loved this game for so long. They've done a great job bringing it to the Quest. I think this is probably the best first-person shooter, you know, military sim style game on the Quest. I mean, you really only have 2 to choose from right now, is Onward and Contractors. I think Contractors does it very well, and I have a ton of fun playing this. I almost prefer this on the Quest right now because of ease of getting into the game.
It's always been so smooth.
So great game. If you haven't picked up Contractors, grab this code. Like we said, you got to go redeem gift on the Oculus app, and it's so good. It's one of my favorite games.
And actually, I mean, somebody said like 259 people watching and stuff. That's still probably pretty good odds. I mean, a 1 in 200 and some odd, that's still pretty good. I mean,
and we have the Gleam because not everybody's fast enough to get some of these codes. You know, luckily it doesn't ever seem.
Much love to everyone watching us after the fact.
After the fact. So that's why we have those Gleam giveaways too. We have the $20 Steam card up there. We have the Rendered Reality coffee mug and a VR cover for the Quest 2, which we're excited to be giving away. So,
did we say which mug?
I don't think we did. I guess
signed
whatever.
Signed one. Let's do the signed one, man, with our signatures on it. Let's do that one.
We could, we could do that.
Sure.
Now I'm getting confused. I don't think I marked all of these codes that we gave away. We gave away Population 1. We gave away Pistol Whip. Real VR Fishing. We gave that already. Yeah, we gave that one. Okay. Yeah. So who got the Contractors?
Contractors is good, man. And I see like
I don't know who got it.
A lot of people that even I talk to are like new playing it and stuff, and think it's still great. You know, it's an amazing game, even with like, it didn't get Questified like completely, but and they're bringing it back up to par.
Yeah, so, PCVR build, they're bringing it back up. It did get Questified on the PCR build a little bit, but they're bringing it back up. Small team too, very small team. So shout out to them for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm just so glad to see all the updates and stuff. And they had some Christmas maps too with the packages. So if you're looking for something to do over the holidays, try those out.
Yeah. So hopefully somebody got that. Love that game. Fantastic game for sure. So
let's see what else? What else? Do we have one more on our list?
I don't know. Did I do this one yet? I don't remember. I think I already did that one.
Yeah,
it's the only one I wasn't sure about.
I think you did that one.
So but But I mean, what are your guys's in the chat? What is your, if you could just throw up 3 games right now in the chat to help people out that are just, because there are going to be so many people
good point.
Possibly watching this episode that, that got a Quest 2 for Christmas. They've never owned VR before. Right. What do you think they should buy? And I know that's different for everybody depending on what kind of games that they like to play. Maybe for some people it's hard, going directly into a first-person shooter game. I understand that. And if you do have issues, that might not want to be your first pick. If you do have some motion sickness issues, you might want to check out things like Moss, like Curious Tale of Stolen Pets, all really good games that don't require movement. So
I know there's so many good. There's even like experiences. What was the one? There's one I can't think off the top of my head.
It's so hard on the spot.
Bob somebody's gonna know it. Baba something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Somebody will know. Somebody will know in chat. It's coming to Oculus.
Aspen Darkfire. $5 super chat. Yeah, thank you. He says happy holidays for sure. Happy holidays. Yeah, we really just appreciate everybody here. Okay, I'm getting some of these in. Kid Collector says Pistol Whip. AR Jasur said I bought The Climb. That's a great first game. The Climb is a really good. There should be.
It is.
It's hard to recommend the first Climb right now because Climb 2 should be coming out pretty soon, but it is a great game. Anthony Man Wexford said In Death, which that's a really good, especially if you like bow and arrow mechanics. That's a very good bow and arrow mechanic game. And you also wanted to say Saints and Sinners. You wanted to put Saints and Sinners on the list as well.
That's on my short list.
Yeah, especially being on Quest. We're trying to talk about Quest right now. Connor the Conqueror said, I'm getting Five Nights at Freddy's. And I think they have I think they got an update coming out as well. I can't remember what that was.
So Fluke pulled it. Baba Yaga is the experience.
Oh, okay.
It's like a movie-ish type experience. Coming to VR, which looks awesome.
And there's a lot of free stuff too. Things like Big Screen and I can't even think off the top of my head. There's so many free things you can get into without having to buy anything right off the bat. If you don't have money. Fluke Rogi Robo Recall. I don't think about that one because that's one that I played so much back on PCVR in 2016. So Robo Recall, with Teleport, great game to pick up, especially if you like a shooter but you don't want the free locomotion right away. Great game to pick up. Great game. So
there's so many. I go back to stuff a lot of times even too. Like somebody said Apex, great Apex.
Apex.
Great
there's so
game.
many games.
You know what I mean?
It really is. Yeah,
South Memphis.
South Memphis. Merry Christmas to the entire VR community. Merry Festivus for the rest of us. That's South Memphis.
Awesome.
So thank you. Seriously, we really appreciate that.
Just for all this love, if you watch us next week too, I'm going to give away a pair of these headphones to somebody because I cannot recommend these enough. I really want to give them away. I haven't done I'll set up a Glean giveaway for those as well, and we'll try and do that maybe next week. I love these things. Somebody I saw earlier too was asking about yours, which are the engineered AF headphones.
Oh yeah,
and I think the link is still in the description. Yeah, on your Quest.
Yeah.
And these are the one diodes. I think they're like $28 or something on Amazon. I cannot recommend them enough, man. 50 mil drivers, great sound.
Yeah. Rush Reality asks, is there a date for The Climb 2 yet? I haven't heard a for sure date yet for The Climb 2.
No,
I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I don't think there's anything set for that. Steve XM saying Rec Room, another free one. Absolutely awesome game for the Quest.
Man, I know there's so many freaking good games, dude.
Yeah.
And did you last year at this time? I think we were set on our list. I think we knew basically what were the top games. Now this year, I'm like, okay, what genre? What type of game? There's top so many in all these categories now. That's just so sick.
Yeah, Frag 3D said Red Matter.
Right, Red Matter.
Tilt
I know,
Brush,
man.
Tony Digital. I mean, there's just so much stuff. I mean, there's just Venues, Vader Immortal.
What about dude, one of my favorite experiences, which again, this goes to like PC VR, but I can't think of the name of it. What is it? Sam and Dave Floaty Flatmates? Is that what it is?
That's not on the Quest.
I love
that
game,
was so silly, but we had a ton of fun in there.
So much fun to play with somebody else, like a friend.
Yeah.
Desert Bus. Ooh, good one. No,
not a good one. Mateo 311 says in death, Robo Recall, Space Pirate Trainer, Moss, Echo Arena. Echo Arena was a big one. I didn't get into that as much as some other people. Right. My nephew loves that. Very good at the game as well. Rec Room, Until You Fall. Until You Fall is another really good one. There's just so much stuff. It's
Solaris. I mean, I still like Solaris, man. I still love Solaris. I know you don't.
I got to go back into the update. No, but they updated a lot of the issues that I had. So that is one. Paradise Decay said Rush. Rush is another one. Things that I just forget about. Wolferaza said, do the engineered AF headphones fit the Halo strap? They're only made for the Elite strap. That's what they're made to fit, is the Elite strap. They don't fit like the soft strap. And I'm not sure about the other third-party Halo strap. I don't know if it fits that one. I don't have that one to test it with, so I'm not sure on that.
Steve XM said, T for God, great recommendation. If you have a decent size play space, super cool, because you actually walk in your space you're in. So if you have a real small area, probably not. But if I forget what it takes, a 6x6 or something, super good recommendation too.
So the Turkey Boy said, I entered the code and it is asking for my address. I don't know which code would ask you for the address. The Quest codes? It shouldn't.
Oh, maybe because you've never bought a game?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know why it would ask you for your address. I've never had that, but.
Yep. Yeah, I want Solaris to work so bad. Yeah.
It really needs a server list. They do have squads and stuff though now. We got to hop into that because they have squads. Like there's so many games that we want to play, but it's so hard to think about all of them. And like Troy Martin said, Walkabout Mini Golf. That's another one that you love, that you highly recommend, is Walkabout Mini Golf. You play that with your wife, right? And you said that's a game that you can actually play on one account, right? With two headsets.
So if you do have two headsets, like let's say, you have a PC headset and a Quest, right? Or a Quest and a Quest 2. You can actually download it on both headsets, play it on the same account with somebody, which is awesome. I love that you're not tied to your account inside the game, just so you can play it with a friend, which is awesome. I think that's the best thing. I mean, it really is. Yeah.
And me and my wife need to play that one. So, yeah. But I mean, there's so much stuff. Limba said other good small games: Jupiter Grad, Vertigo Remastered, Phasmophobia. Those are PC VR games. And because this list was just mainly Quest, because that's what I think a lot of people are going to be getting for Christmas. So we wanted to cover that. But there's so many good PC VR games as well. They've had a longer run to get games out. Trevor Jones, thank you for that super chat. Jeez. Path of the Warrior. That is a good game. We live streamed that a while back, like one of our first live streams playing games together, I think. And we had a ton of fun in that. That's
dude, like there's a whole comic book selection, like between like the look of comics, right? So Path of the Warrior, Tarzan, and Jurassic are like a 3 collection that all look like comic books, right?
Jupiter Grad too. Grad looks like
that's true,
books.
right? Same art style, right?
Yeah.
The Forest VR, we can't forget about old games, man. What about racing? Like Assetto, I still love Assetto. Automobilista, I haven't got into it, but everyone says that's really, really good. So many good games, man.
So many good games.
X-Plane, good flight sim, like
Microsoft
these genres.
Flight Simulator next week. Man. I'm super excited about that. It's going to be tough. I wish I don't know. It's hard because the week of Christmas can be hard because sometimes you have extra time and sometimes you have less than extra time. You know what I mean? Like it's hard because of schedule, and we're probably gonna be out of town a little bit, and depending on how things go. And it's just like, man, it's I want like a couple weeks off to just do nothing but play VR. And just get all of these, get to dive into, because a lot of these games, we jump into for a couple hours, and then we jump in another one for a couple hours, and then you're back to that other one for a couple hours, and it's just, man, it's so tough. There's so many good stuff. Oh, Lies Beneath, Lies Beneath, another comic style Madman Bob.
I just love how many games we have. Like, it's just hard to recommend one game. Super Hot, somebody said earlier, like a must buy. Like if you
had to recommend one game. I think for me right now it'd be Population 1. I think that because that game keeps bringing me back. I've had many, many, many hours spent in Population 1, and that is the one game that I just love to play.
I know, and there's a lot of people that it's their first game, first headset, and they have no problems with it, and they always say how much they love it. Yep. So I don't think it's too hard for them as a newbie, and I think the ceiling is super high to get really good at it. So yeah, I think it's a great game.
Yeah.
So Dan said, "Have you sold your G2?" No, I'm not selling my G2.
No, I still have it.
And it's for my Sims, man. That's what I'm using it for.
I haven't used it a whole lot. I mean, the headset I use the most is definitely the Quest 2. I mean, that is what I use the most right now. Somebody asked about VR MMORPGs. I can't find where it is now. There are supposedly some coming. Nostos, Tales of Elysia, and Zenith are the ones that I had to look up the names of all of them because I couldn't remember.
Alicia's
those are supposed to be supposedly. I don't know for sure dates on any of those, but there definitely are some coming that are supposed to be coming to the Quest as well as to PC VR and stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely some on the way, and I think VR is kind of lacking in that area. Possibly.
I think Drive-By is still in the work. I know that's not an RPG, but
no, it's like a GTA style game.
Massive, yeah. So yeah, supposedly that's still in the works too, but hopefully they do a good job at that.
Yeah. So Anakaze said he has requested a return. HP has not gotten back to him yet for the Reverb G2.
Chad said his G2 comes Monday, which is all perfect timing for the holidays.
A lot of people are. Mr. Zombified said just got my email shipping confirmation for the G2. So. Yeah, some people are, because that was kind of a botched launch, so it got pushed back a whole bunch of time. People that were expecting to have it by now still don't have it yet, and it's like, what the heck is going on? So,
the Quest 2 rechargeable. The headsets are, the controllers aren't.
You can get rechargeable batteries for it though.
You can, and I have some of those. They're great. I actually have them in my G2 though.
The Quest 2 controllers are simply magic though. Because those batteries last forever, and I don't understand how they do it. Like, I mean, it is insane. I haven't played the G2 nearly as much as I have the Quest 2 lately, and I've replaced the batteries I think twice in those controllers compared to the Quest that are. I mean, I've only replaced the batteries one time in my Quest, and the original ones they lasted forever, way longer than I ever thought they should have.
We put a lot of playtime in, man.
And I'm on the second set of batteries now, and I don't even know how long it's been. I mean, it's been crazy amounts of hours, so they do an excellent job on batteries.
I would think it has to be like LE Bluetooth, like the low energy stuff, but I don't know if it's that fast. Like, I don't think it could be that fast, but I don't know. Maybe it is. It's amazing.
Ridiculous. It is ridiculous how long those things last. So
So cheers to whoever was on the R&D team for those, because man.
And you can gaming science teacher said you can use recharge. I have some Energizer rechargeable AA's that I use.
Oh no, dude! I have the like the 1.5 volt. I should put them in the description.
We talked about them before. I don't have the picture anymore, I don't think, but they're actually you actually like plug each battery into a little USB, right? Kind of crazy.
So, they're great.
Yeah, nice. Have you been using them?
A lot. I have. Oh yeah, they're in my G2 though, so they're not getting a lot of life out of them because I haven't been using it that much. Yeah. But once Flight Sim, dude, it's on. But again, not using controllers. So
yeah. So the Turkey Boy said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how trash is the Rift S? I actually think the Rift S, I actually think the Rift S is a pretty good headset. Yeah, I think it still stands pretty well, and it's still $100 off right now, I think, as well. The main downsides, I think, of the Rift S is no IPD adjustment. So there's no slider, there's no settings for IPD. True. That was a big mistake, I think. And the audio is kind of not great. So
okay, I have a question for you. If you get a Quest 2 or any headset, let's say you get an Index or you get your G2 on Monday, what is your first necessary accessory to buy for your headset?
Well, that depends on the headset. Because if you're buying a Quest 2, I think, honestly, probably almost anyone I would say VRcover. A VRcover is, I was thinking audio because, for Quest 2 and, Quest 1 and stuff, I think audio is one of the first things I want to upgrade. But honestly, I have a VRcover on everything I have except for the Rift S. I think I have a silicone one on the Rift S, but not the pleather ones. I prefer the pleather ones all day long. They're absolutely fantastic. But VRcover is, because for me, the factory facial interfaces, they just are so scratchy on my face and I can't stand them. They just are not comfortable. And you gain that
field of view. That's my biggest thing,
a little bit.
That's the first thing. Oh, for sure, dude. It's amazing when you scrunch in like those factory, foams and stuff, how much you gain from. And I get it. They have to
scrunch in the VRcover foams, you mean?
No, like the factory ones, like get closer, because you can get the thin VRcover ones.
Yeah, but the thin VRcover, they really only had that for the Quest 1 though. They haven't officially came out with a slim cover for the Quest 2 and stuff, but they come with the 2 different thickness pads. I always use the thinner one. Yeah, so but
that's what I mean.
But it can help a little bit. So Torin Green said, hopefully, I'm sorry if I say people's names wrong. It's really hard sometimes.
Try. Right, it is hard, I know.
Said, happy holidays, guys. Thanks for all you do for VR. So thank all of you for everything you do for VR.
Right.
I mean, this wouldn't be possible. Yeah.
We started this BS show, a year and a half ago just to talk, because this is what we did on Saturdays. And now we're here with however many people are watching us live. It's just honestly jaw-dropping to us.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. And we appreciate, Paradise Decay and Fluke and I think Tony Digital. I don't know who all gave away codes in the chat. I know people were giving away codes in the chat. Really appreciate that. That is super cool.
Everyone that joins us live all the time, watches us after, listens to our audio version, everything. It really is.
Me Water said, definitely VRcover. Audio is a close second. That's the same way for me as first things you get for a headset.
I'm big on the grips though, because once I had my Index and it's strapped to my hand, that was game changer. Like when you throw grenades and stuff and you can release your hand, that's huge for me. There you go.
Steve XM, Mamut DX covers and VR cover. I mean, and for us, like, I love accessories. Like, I love buying VR accessories and stuff for my headsets and controllers. Like, I like trying all this stuff out. Customize it. It just makes it more of your own. So so somebody with just the name One said, can you use any USB-C cable for the Oculus Link? You can use some USB 2.0 cables now and stuff. I still highly recommend a 3.0. The better the cable, the better experience you're going to get a lot of times. Official cable is pretty expensive, but Rush Reality, how did that one come through so quick up there? Was that behind the chat?
That's
so that one came through like instantly. So Merry Christmas guys. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Happy holidays to everyone that doesn't celebrate Christmas. We do it just for a festive giveaway for us.
It's a lot of fun for us. We looked forward to doing the show and giving some stuff away. And if you're joining late, make sure you check out the description. There are some Gleam giveaways that we're going to run for about a week. So those will end like right after Christmas. A coffee mug, a VR cover. It is the winter edition VR cover, as well as a $20 Steam card. So
and we're going to try and probably do some stuff over the holidays and stuff too. Sean and I may or may not get to see each other hopefully over the holidays. We're really hoping to.
Hopefully so.
I just passed my COVID test, which
good. Thumbs up for that. Thumbs up for that.
Last night, that was an experience. Never thought I would be able to touch my brain with something, but it happened.
Terrifying. So real quick, good question from Chavez. He said, which is the best cover to stop light leak from the nose? And that would be the VR cover stuff, because all of the VR cover stuff now comes with these nose flaps that are in the thing themselves. I actually don't like the nose flaps. I like the light leak because I don't notice it when playing, and I like to be able to look down to see my phone. But that light leak drives some people crazy. So VR cover, I think, is one of the best for that, because it gives you the option either way. You can leave the silicone flap in, or you can take it out, and it does pretty much block all of the light with that in there. I feel like, just like 99% of it.
Fabster said, what do you guys feel about the recent attention cloud gaming is getting with Cyberpunk playable via Stadia and via Shield TV for VR purposes? I actually had this conversation with when I was playing with J-Ham on Population 1. And I think it'll be a game changer. I mean, we're going to remove all the processing power needed on VR headsets so we can stream it directly to it.
It's going to make it lighter.
Lighter, everything. It's coming. It will be here. I don't know if it will be next gen, but probably the one after. I think it'll be amazing.
It'll be amazing
for
in the
us
future.
as VR consumers.
I think so.
For sure.
Swift Detecting said, is the Elite Strap worth getting, or the battery one? So we actually meant to talk about this because they are selling. They are selling the Elite Straps again. They were holding off on selling some of those. There were some concerns about the straps cracking and stuff. They have increased the warranty on those, so you're going to get a 2-year warranty rather than the 1-year warranty on the Elite Straps. And I definitely, if you're between the two, I definitely recommend the battery one. That is what is on my headset all the time. Gives you a lot more gameplay time. Love that thing.
I played for almost 5 hours. What was it, last night before last, of straight gameplay. Never took the headset off, and it's unbelievable. It's great. And now I did have a neck ache afterwards because of how much Population 1 I was playing, climbing and going way too hard, but I love it. It's great.
Yeah, it's a great. I have the deluxe audio strap as well, and right now I still prefer the Elite Strap with the battery with the engineered AF headphones. That is my combination right now. I love it. That is what I use all the time. So I recommend the Elite Strap. I have 3 Elite Straps actually. I have 2 battery Elite Straps and 1 regular one, and I haven't had cracks in any of mine. I think it was definitely a batch of whatever they were producing. There was a bad batch that went out, and those are the ones that you're seeing breaking. But at least they're going to cover it. But
I haven't seen actually the battery ones, I don't think, crack. It's only been the regular Elite Trap.
Yeah, it's been
Has it been both? Yeah. I don't think I've seen any. Okay.
Yeah, it's been both. I didn't think I had. It was some kind of bad run or a certain facility maybe they were making them out of. I don't know what happened.
Don't be afraid now.
Yeah, you got 2-year warranty. Awesome. I mean, I love them. So, I mean, I was concerned when I saw some breaking. I've been keeping a close eye on mine, and I'm not easy on it. I don't go, for a little while I was being a little bit easy on it because I didn't want it to break, but I haven't been anymore. I've just been treating it like I would any other VR headset. Obviously, you don't throw around your VR headset too much, hopefully, but yeah, it's been great for me. I love it. So,
Yep, I know. Anything else we got to cover, man? I mean, I'm just excited to get some playtime in for myself.
Yeah.
Get my hands on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm amped for that.
That's going to be crazy.
Get some G2 time in. Get some Pop 1 time, some Tribe. I'm ready for Tribe, man. I want to figure something out I'd love to figure something out for New Year's, man. I've been practicing.
Live stream New Year's party with Tyler DJing in Tribe inside VR. Streamed on YouTube. Man. If you have Tribe, you might be able to jump in with him. But
yep, I might do it early or something on New Year's. I'm gonna check the wife's schedule. If she's working, I might be spinning the 1s and 2s and maybe the 3s and 4s. We'll see if I approve.
Boy.
Yeah. Yep. Nice. So good, man. Yeah. It's so sick, dude. The headphones, you can literally click up and get a one-sided headphone on and listen to cue stuff up. It's so good.
In the game itself, you mean?
Yes, in the game. And if anybody has it, you can probably join me in maybe if and while I do it too. But
yeah, Tyler's obsessed with Tribe DJ game on the Quest.
So good. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we seriously appreciate everybody being here so much. It was a fun show. This show was mostly just about trying to give some stuff away. We gave a bunch of Quest games away, Steam gift card. We got more to give away on the Gleam.
I'm going to give these away next show too.
Tyler wants to give away some headphones.
Love them, man.
Hopefully, if people got some codes. It is kind of hard because I know a lot of it is just how fast you can type. We don't know. That's why we do some Gleam giveaway too. We don't know necessarily some other ways to do it. We could try to do some other things. It's just, it's tough because I know you got to be quick, but yeah, but we definitely appreciate it. Hopefully people got some cool stuff.
Definitely, if you guys want to continue any of this or play with us over the holidays, join our Discord. Yeah, everyone on there is super cool. We love hanging out with you guys there, especially after the fact. But we appreciate you guys hanging out, the super chats, all of it, man. Playing with you guys, it's great. It's good stuff. VR community is amazing. Happy holidays.
Yeah, for sure.
Man,
yep. Thanks again.
You guys freaking rock. Yeah, and actually making it what it is, and helping. Make sure you help all the newbies coming in, man. There's a lot of people that are coming in.
Yeah, I mean, we hear it in Population 1 all the time. People are trying to figure out how do I climb? How do I do this? We always try to help people out when it's their first time in. So make sure you do too. Be a good part of the community and help some newbies out this holiday season because you're going to see a lot of new people. I remember last year after the Christmas season, the holiday season, we saw a lot of new people in VR, and that is going to happen probably even more this time. So
huge. So awesome. Get on there and help people Christmas Day and the day after, man. It's good stuff.
For sure.
It's fun.
And this outro we got is actually the beginning of last year's Christmas show that we're going to play as the outro. So,
And a little Christmas jingle.
Yep,
so,
for sure.
Cheers. Hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see you back here or see you in VR. Happy holidays from Rendered Reality, and we will catch you on the next one.
Later, everybody.
Later, guys. See you.
And we should be up.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for joining us. My name's Tyler. This is Sean. We're Rendered Reality. Happy holidays to everybody. Glad you're joining us for our holiday episode. We are going to hit all the VR stuff we have to talk about, but we're doing this episode for you guys. Give out a little gift of Christmas, right? I guess let's call it.
We got some game keys to give away. We got Gleam giveaways, so make sure to check the description for that stuff. If you're not on our Discord, make sure you join the Discord. We'll probably be giving some stuff away on there, especially probably Christmas Day and stuff like that. So we got, this is really just going to be a fun episode if you can't tell already. I got my Let's Get Nuts sweater on. We got Santa Claus over here, so...
Actually, Jason was in chat, the developer of Drop-In. It was giving away a key, and I think that's what it was for. Which I guess I need to double check. I saw it fly through on chat stuff.
So watch the chat, watch the screen, and everything. So you never know what could pop up. Just be prepared. So
I'm actually filling my my Santa belly with some Pete's Holiday Blend today.
That's what I have too.
Oh, good stuff. That stuff gets jacked, and I'm right at the end of it too. I need to find some more, but it's been a lot of coffee already this morning, so just a warning.